Ever wondered how to access elements in JavaScript? Well, you're not alone. It's a common question, and today we're going to shed some light on it. There are several ways to access elements in JavaScript, depending on the type of element and the context in which you're working. Let's start with a method called getElementById. This method retrieves an element by its ID attribute. Consider this piece of code: var element = document.getElementById myElementId. Here, the element with the ID myElementId is being accessed and stored in the variable element. Next up, we have getElementsByClassName. This method retrieves elements by their class name. However, unlike getElementById, this method returns a collection of elements. Look at this example: var elements = document.getElementsByClassName myClassName. This code fetches all elements with the class name myClassName. Moving on, we encounter getElementByTagName. This method retrieves elements by their tag name, and similar to getElementsByClassName, it returns a collection. Here's an example: var elements = document.getElementsByTagName div. This code fetches all div elements present in the document. Now let's talk about querySelector. This method allows you to select a single element using CSS selectors. Take a look at this code: var element = document.querySelector #myElementId. This line of code fetches the element with the ID myElementId. Then there's querySelector, which works similarly to querySelector, but it returns a collection of elements matching the selector. An example would be var elements = document.querySelector myClassName. This code fetches all elements with the class name myClassName. Once you have a reference to an element, you can access its children using properties like children, child nodes, first child, last child, and so on. Here's a quick example: var parent element = document.getElementById parent, var first child element = parent element, a first child, var second child element = parent element children. This code fetches the first and second child elements of the parent element. To sum up, some methods return collections of elements, while others return a single element or null if no matching element is found. Always ensure that the DOM has loaded before trying to access elements using JavaScript. You can do this by placing your script at the bottom of the HTML document or by using event listeners like DOM content loaded. And that's a wrap on accessing elements in JavaScript. Remember, practice makes perfect. So try these methods out, experiment with them, and see how they can make your JavaScript journey smoother and more efficient.